Pop music is getting on my last nerve, and it has nothing to do with the music. What's pissing me off now is the complete disregard for literacy. Zayn Malik, formerly of One Direction, now known as Zayn, because it's all in caps for some reason, just wrote a song called Before. Verbally, that sounds just fine, but have you seen how it's written? For one, it's spelled before, as in the number 4, but like the written out letters of the number 4, so it's not B4 like how your mom text messages. It's the word B with the word 4 as one word. If that wasn't baffling enough, the B, F, and U are capitalized. What the fuck? Zayn is making song titles the way black people create PSN usernames. For a neat visual representation, just imagine Chris Brown is driving with Rihanna in the passenger seat, and as Chris is driving, he's typing the song title, and Rihanna's face is the caps lock key. So every couple strokes, he gives that key a good whack, and lo and behold, a pop song title is born. Just wait until the year 2030 when pop stars are writing songs called hashtag 360 no scope and boom wrecked your mum. Pop music in terms of chord structure and repetition is the same as it's been for 50 years. From John Lennon to Justin Bieber, it's trope after trope, but the words have just gone as downhill as you can get, to the point where they're omitting them entirely. Artists don't have last names anymore. Drake, Beyonce, Pitbull, like what's wrong with Pitbull Jones? You have to have an exotic name to get away with that though. I want to be an artist that just goes by Bob. People will be like, hey, you guys ever listen to Bob? The people they talk to respond with, Bob, was that like a coworker of yours? No, he's a world-famous pop sensation. He has a bunch of top 10 songs. You should check him out. His latest single is called Bleh. Yeah, by that point, it's not even words anymore. Just grunts. Why are humans the dominant species on the planet? Ingenuity? Intelligence? Because physically, humans suck. When you compare us to the rest of the animal kingdom, we're trailing the back of the pack in most aspects. Our top running speed is like 28 miles per hour, and that's just if you're Jamaican. Usain Bolt can't even beat a fucking house cat. Our eyes are terrible too. Night vision, thermal, infrared, can't do none of that shit. We have to invent devices to see things for us, like microscopes. There's so much of the world that we just can't even notice, which is why people who say seeing is believing are small-minded morons. Oh, you only trust those optical implants that have proven to be incapable of seeing most of stuff. Some people would use that as an argument in favor of religion, but to me it's another reason why I can't get behind it. How can a chosen species be so inarguably shit at everything? Why bother designing a planet in such detail if you're not going to fine-tune our abilities to appreciate it? We have 5 major senses, and we're bad at all of them. If aliens came to Earth to find the most capable species, they'd look at us and be like, well, you're certainly talkative, but we'll start with the pigs. Why do we think aliens sound like retarded middle schoolers? They're advanced intergalactic beings. If anything, they'd program their modulators to produce awesome, powerful vocal tones that will make you weep. We're so insecure with our dominion that we have to belittle even the idea of a better species. Beings on other planets? They're probably really ugly and small and dainty and gross. For all we know, they're the hottest bitches in town, and seeing one will make you swear off human women forever. Also, there's a bit of a reality disconnect between aliens being leagues smarter than us in every way, but somehow not having the logic to understand our goings-on. We portray them as almost mentally handicapped when it comes to being introduced to Earth things. A toaster? What does it do? I mean, give them some goddamn credit. They flew here in a spaceship using warping technology, but oh, how could they ever figure out a telephone? I don't like people. There's too much unnecessary variety. I think there should be a certain number of character presets, and then beyond that, no more customization. Just a civilization of basic Dark Souls avatars walking around finding each other, doing a few things. Not too many things. We can eat, we can sleep, we can have families and mates and survive and play, and that's it. Why should we have such a thing as a housing market when other animals build or find one house and then stay there forever without even paying rent? That sounds way better. What's the point of a Fred Meyer rewards card if most other species just kill their groceries? Fucking Fred Meyer rewards card. Hey, you know you're buying food? Well, would you like to have a card you can put in your wallet that distinguishes you as someone who frequently buys food and then receive emails telling you about all the food you can buy? No. I'd rather get 3 of my friends to help me lure a baby gazelle away from its family and slaughter it with the same tools I'm going to use to eat it. Then I'm going to leave its corpse just out in the open for the parents to find while I focus on the next half hour of my survival. Humanity is the weak nerd, and the primal causality of the animal kingdom is gym class. We couldn't handle it, so we devised a way to skip it. But no matter how ingenious or clever we must have been to achieve that, it doesn't make us any less of a pussy. That's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you can like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.